Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I know that some of you really like the unboxings because you find it just relaxing. Me talking, you looking at the product, and you can just relax and unwind. So I thought a perfect one today would be someone that you know that I admire in the makeup industry. And I'd been holding off buying some products because, again, just with being more mindful, when you work in makeup artistry, you can have so many products that you feel that you're never getting through them all, and it's a fine balance of needing to keep your kit updated versus working through products. And I don't like to buy before I really need to. So I've been watching with interest as Lisa slowly unveiled the collection and the new products bit by bit. And then finally, a few months ago, I felt it was the right time to invest in some products. So for me, the key point was buying just a couple of things, primarily for me. It's not that I wanted to see what the fuss was about because I knew they would be good, but I wanted to see if they were exactly as I hoped they would be, and the answer is yes, they are. So I want to talk you through it. Also, when you bought 3 products, you could select one of, it could be a makeup bag, it could be a jewellery pouch, it could be, let's be honest, you could take this out if you were going out somewhere, maybe you're going out for something to eat or you just want a tiny little clutch. No one would think, oh, that's a makeup bag, it's beautiful. So that's Lisa's logo. As you know, I've got one of the jumpers that I treated myself to last year. All the little fine details you can see on the zip. You've got the logo too. You get different colours. I really like the midnight blue. Don't know if it's picking up, but everything that this lady does just oozes elegance to me and sophistication, and it didn't let me down. So I'll talk you through some of the products. I've also made myself some notes. So if you don't know who Lisa Eldridge is, she's a very well established UK makeup artist, very well known. I wouldn't call her a celebrity makeup artist in the sense that that's what she's all about. It just so happens that she's so good at what she does that she works with so many celebrities. I can hear a helicopter. I don't know if you can hear one too. I hope that doesn't put you off. So Lisa is an educator. She's an innovator. She was on YouTube very early doors. She doesn't put up videos for the sake of it. She doesn't push sales. She works with different brands to help develop products. But when she's creating her own line, you can tell that this isn't someone saying to Lisa, right, you are going to be the face of this and this is what we're going to do. You can tell that this lady is behind this. She's driving this. And I get the impression that if something isn't just right, even if it's nearly right and it would be absolutely fine, that's not good enough. She really does give that impression that just fine and passable and good isn't good enough. It's got to be perfect. And I really like that way. It just makes you feel safe. It makes you feel that this person isn't putting their name to something. They're not just involved in associations of creations of product. I really do feel with Lisa that she knows what's in it. She understands what's in it. She's putting her everything into it. So there you go. She's an educator. She's still an enthusiast, even though she's an expert. She's skilled, she's professional, could go on. If you haven't seen the latest BBC art, I think it's a history of makeup, I think that's what it's called. It's on the iPlayer. You can watch that. It's a 3-part series where Lisa's picked 3 movements in time and explained how the makeup was developed and the evolution. She's got a book, which I've got too. There's so many different things. So I think with this collection, it was very easy for me to pick products, but I could have picked more. So I've gone for a lip gloss, which is a gloss embrace. I have gone for a lipstick, which is a luxuriously lucent lip colour. And I've gone for an enlivening blush, seamless skin enlivening blush. I've even got a bit of the blusher on the product, or on the packaging, I should say. So I also noticed with Lisa what I love about her enthusiasm for makeup. She's got a huge Biba collection. I think she said she's got the biggest, if not one of the biggest. And you know I love my Biba, and I've got a collection, but it's not a big collection, but wow. So I love the fact that Lisa's got this huge collection. I also love the fact that she's got not just the Biba collection, but a massive makeup collection. She's got a makeup, it's a lipstick. I think one of these is, not these particular ones, but I think one of the colours in her range is inspired by the Audrey Hepburn lipstick that she's got the case for. I think there's a little bit of lipstick within that, so she was able to see it and try it and develop. So she's basically talking my language. I love it. So just to start, look at the packaging, look at the attention to detail. So the logo actually travels through on the packaging. Then obviously you've got all your information, and you've even got the logo again on the top, and then you've got the colour. So it's just all these little finishing touches. It's weighty, it's good quality packaging, it's not flimsy, you can't just crush the packaging. You can tell that, again, there's luxury in this brand. I like the fact, again, that you actually don't want to throw the packaging away. I want to keep the packaging because you can see the effort that's went into it. The gold is reflective. It's just so nicely done. What I noticed with the colours is that they are universal. There's been a lot of thought put into them. Obviously, you won't want every colour unless you're like me or a makeup artist, but you're not going to look at colours and think, oh no, that's not for me. It's definitely more about choice and your own personal preferences, but there's something for everyone. It just genuinely comes down to what you would prefer. I've already tried these out, so I'll go for the gloss first. The texture of everything that I've tried, they're very comfortable, they're very wearable. You know when people talk about a lip gloss not being sticky? Of course a lip gloss has a stickiness to it, but what they mean by sticky is not like gluing your lips together. And then when you go to talk, it's like your face is almost like, I can't open my mouth because my lips are so sticky that I'm trying to talk and it's like they're almost glued like jam. That's what they mean by that. And it's a very comfortable gloss, and it's a very wearable gloss, and it settles in. It doesn't feel like it's sliding around your mouth. So when you put it on, I would say it's very clever. And again, look at this. It's even got the logo on this. I know it looks a bit like it's a nail polish, but I like that because it's bulky and it's not thin. You know, a lot of the time you get lip glosses and they're just a big long thin tube and you can lose it in your bag and you don't know if you've grabbed a pen or a lip gloss because it's dark. I think that's a really nice shape and a nice colour and a nice movement forward of how your lip gloss packaging can be. But getting back to it, it's one of the few lip glosses I can genuinely say it faded evenly. It didn't go patchy. It wasn't drying. And what I mean by that is sometimes you can wear a gloss and just by the nature of the ingredients, it can go from feeling slidey and glossy to feeling dry and patchy and worn out, and there's bits of colour here and there's bits of colour there, but it's not even. I found that it was as described. So, you know when you're picking on the website and you don't actually know if it's going to be the same, I think they've done a really good job of making it look just as it should do. And this, again, with this one, which is called Muse, that you can see that there. Yes, it's called Muse. I don't know if you can actually with the light. There, I think you can see it there. With Muse, they call it a smoky rosewood, and I would say that's a very good description. It says it's got lip care ingredients in it. Again, I would also say that that really does feel as if that's the case. You can look online, you'll see all of the different ingredients for this lip gloss, but some of the things that I've taken a note of are vitamin E oil, wild mango kernel butter, you know, things like that, sunflower oil. It says it cushions the lips and it's non-drying. I would agree with that. So let me just let you see. Now again, you know I've got pale skin, so I'll put it on the back of my hand. Everyone's different. Your lips are all different. Everyone's lips have got a different colour to them. But this feels like it's got such a good pigment to it that you won't want to waste it. But at the same time, you won't want to keep it for good, if that makes sense. Have you ever bought a product and because it's cost maybe more than just like a supermarket purchase or a Boots or Superdrug purchase, and you've thought, right, that's going to be my good one, that'll be my going out one? Well, I don't know how Lisa's managed to do it, but it's almost as if she's made your going out, your good makeup, the one that you want to wear every day. I know there'll be people that are already like that, but if you know, you know. Sometimes people have got their day-to-day makeup and their good makeup, and she's made you want to wear your good makeup day-to-day. So well done, Lisa, because if you know, you know. I think for me as a makeup artist, I still am sometimes guilty of saying, that's such a stunning product, I'll keep that for my kit. and it's almost as if I don't want to wear it myself. I'm like, nope, I'll keep that for my clients rather than for me. But there's going to have to be separate ones for the clients because these are all for me. I'm saying that, but again, as long as you use your products carefully and you don't cross-contaminate, obviously you can do a wee bit of both, as everyone does. But look at that, it's lovely, and it's not sticky. That's the main thing. And obviously you can blend it down, but it's just such a lovely product. I was so happy with it. I didn't think I wouldn't be, but we've all had experiences where you've bought something and it's not quite hit the mark. So it's nice to know, isn't it, that that absolutely was not anywhere near the case. So I'm really happy with that. Okay, on to the lipsticks. I've wore the gloss a lot more than I've wore the lipstick. If you can see here, it's spirited away, but the lipstick's beautiful. And again, it's described as non-drying, which I would agree with. Look at the packaging again. It's elegant, it's timeless, it looks expensive. It's got the logo on it. It's got your information. It's very reminiscent of the classics. If anyone is into their history of makeup, I mean, look at that again. Look at the snap. It's got the magnetic snap. I didn't even mean to do that, but that's just attention to detail. So if we open this up again, I went for very neutral colours, but that's darker. I would say obviously it's darker than the lip gloss. Sometimes we all work with clients and they get a bit frightened of the look of a lipstick in the bullet and they think, oh no, I wouldn't wear that, that's not for me. And I would have clients that might be used to very light pinks or neutrals or peachy tones, and they would take a look at this and go, oh, I think that's too dark. And you would say, no, wait till you see it on. You can't tell from the bullet. You also can't tell until it's on your lips. As I was just saying before, everyone's lips have got a natural colour. It'll look different on. But look again, all this attention to detail. Can you see we've got the logo on the lipstick? It's all these little things that make you realise that there's so much thought that's gone onto this, or into this rather. So again, just on the back of my hand, to let you see, you can build this up. It feels so silky. You can tell it's hydrating. If you know, you know. You can tell straight away that's not going to dry your lips out. What a beautiful product. It's just so nice. Here's the click again. There we go, if anyone likes that. But look at that, it's beautiful. It's not, well, they call it a sheer and buildable with a satin finish, and I think that's exactly what it is. It's not flat, but at the same time it's not too glossy. If you don't like something that's very matte, then you don't need to worry about that. You can build it up, you can keep it very sheer, you could put it on and then put some gloss over the top. Again, you wouldn't have to worry about it patching as it fades. It's everything that personally I look for in a lipstick. I go through phases of wearing lipstick, wearing lip gloss, and a lot of the time if I don't like a lipstick, that's enough. And I don't mean not liking the lipstick as in I don't like the brand. What I mean is if it's a beautiful colour but it's drying or it fades unevenly and it's a bit of a carry-on to put it on when you just don't have the time. If you're working, you can't stop your work to put your lipstick on. That would be nice. And sometimes it will just be inconvenient to wear it, so it gets parked in the kit and you just move to a gloss because it's just far more convenient. So for me, sometimes I won't wear lipstick for a long period of time because the last one that I tried it wasn't convenient to wear. You had to spend a bit of time putting it on. You had to watch it for how it faded. And you think, oh, just give me a gloss. I just need it for speed. You're not going to get that with this. It's just a beautiful product. So yet again, very happy with that. And I do agree, not drying, totally agree with that. And then the third thing, if I move these out the way, I love a blusher. And the reason why I was really impressed with this blusher, so this one I picked was Pink Soap. And I know that some people might think that's a really strange name, but when you look on the website, it's called Pink Soap because it reminded Lisa of a bar that was in her grand's bathroom for years, and the colour was very reminiscent. So I think that's a really nice touch. And you can see the colour here. It's, I would say again, a universal colour. Obviously, you can never really, what I'm trying to say is everyone's got their preferences, but it's pretty much a good starting colour. I like the size of the tube. I think it's a very easy product to use. I've made myself some notes. It's subtle, yes, I would agree with that. Subtle pink, muted dusty rose, I would agree with that. I also agree that, now they say it's an innovative formula because it blurs. Now that is what I would absolutely agree with. A lot of people are frightened of blusher because they might go in too heavy with it. And also a lot of people are put off by blushers, especially anything that's a cream. I'm using just a tiny bit here, that's all I'm going to use. Anyone that uses a cream or a liquid and they're not used to it, they can be scared of it because they think that it's going to be overpowering on their cheeks. They might use too much and then they end up with Aunt Sally cheeks. But what I found with this is that it's not easy to take too much out the tube, so you can't waste it. You've got to actually take your time taking it out the tube, which I think is perfect, because if you accidentally squeeze too much and you waste it all, depending on how much you wanted and how much you wasted versus what you wanted to use it for, you can get yourself quite irritated if it came out just all in a big bundle. Like the toothpaste, when you take too much out, that can really irritate people with packaging. So I like the fact that you cannot squeeze too much out. You've got to control it. That is very easy to use. It is a nice subtle muted colour. You can see that. I would say if you're scared of blusher and you're scared of liquids or creams, look at that. Now you can blend that down and fade that down. You can keep going. But look, there are no harsh edges. There's nothing harsh in that. I faded it almost down to nothing. You wouldn't look at that and go, oh, it's a big massive patch. Look at that. Imagine if that was your cheek, what a disaster. There's nothing there that would suggest that you could make a mess with that. I would go so far as to say it's foolproof. If you don't think that you can apply a cream and you're frightened to try, this could be the brand for you, because I really don't think you could go wrong. Like I say, I do think it's foolproof. I agree that it's non-greasy. I agree that you only need a tiny amount. And I do believe it's got a skin-like finish. I now would not pick that out and say, oh, well, it's very obvious that you've got some blusher there. That's incredibly obvious. I can't honestly find a fault with it. I think it's fantastic, and you can tell it's going to last a long time in that tube. And I made a note that it's packed with ingredients including rosemary leaf extract and raspberry leaf oils. Honestly, this brand, I've only tried 3 things. It's completely lived up to expectation. And again, this is beautiful too. And you can look inside as well. It's actually got the little silica gel in it. It's there's nothing about this brand that is anything other than sophistication, elegance and luxury. And 10 out of 10, Lisa. I'm not surprised. It's just beautiful. So I hope you found that interesting or relaxing. Here they are again. I will definitely be purchasing more. I hope you enjoyed that. Feel free to leave a comment. Tell me if you've got any products from the range. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you again soon.